Peace, how y'all doing? We're going in with COVID Chronicles number 4. This one we're just going to be talking about establishing or the importance of having other streams of revenue. I think that the coronavirus pandemic, it has revealed and exposed a lot of the American citizens' financial vulnerabilities and weak spots, financial Achilles heels. Um, Many Americans may have had pretty decent jobs or entrepreneurs that had pretty good businesses um, come to find out that they are highly dependent on foot traffic patrons, or we're highly dependent on being employed by, um, a corporation, business, what have you. With that dependency on foot traffic patronage of your business or your service for your products and services, or that dependency on employment from a corporation, um, people are seeing that, I'm not as stable as I should be. People have been told that, there's a dichotomy in America that you're either essential or you're not essential, meaning you're needed or not needed. And, you know, with that being said, those that are essential, they're reporting into work, they're working, they're getting paid. Um, a lot of that is seen in the healthcare field. Um, Doctors, nurses, physicians assistants, respiratory therapists, phlebotomists, pharmacists, um, uh, so many different, you know, careers in the healthcare field. These people are still showing up to, hospitals and clinics and things like that, because one thing that's always going to be certain is that somebody needs some type of care for their health. Um, but then you have the non-essential, where some people may look at it like, if you run a boutique, like a fashion boutique, if you run a bakery or something of that nature, whereas it's not necessary per se for the sustainability and the viability of a person's lifestyle, like grocery stores, essential. People have to eat. People got to get their food. You know, Shopping malls are closed down because, I mean, in this pandemic, it's not necessary for you to go to, you know, shopping for a Coach bag, or go to Brooks Brothers or Ann Klein or whatever, whatever the case, and go to Macy's and Nordstrom's and things like that. So, but there were people that were employed by these companies that did stock, that did cashier, that did folding, that were greeters, maintenance, various aspects of the company's functions. Uh, Now that they're out, you know, one thing that doesn't stop is the bills, and the bills keep coming. Your water bill, your energy and lights, rent, mortgage, cable if you have cable, phone bills, all these things. Car notes, maybe a student loan, um, credit cards, whatever the case may be. Um, God forbid if you have special needs children and they require, additional services that cost money. These type of things are what's still continuing to impact your household budget. So now people are like, how do I function? I need to get back to work. When do we get back to work? At the same time, I want to work in a safe, clean environment so that I don't bring this coronavirus back to my family or myself. Um, so I think this pandemic is now teaching a lot of people that it's not enough to just be an entrepreneur. It's not enough to be employed. it is now essential and almost mandatory that the average or every American citizen that is of the age to own a business needs to have some form of other business, and preferably some type of online mercantilism, because that's what's thriving. When people are locked down, the stores are closed, IKEA's closed. It's like these stores are closed. Um, the people that are making the money are individuals that have online channels of sale. Like Amazon is making a killing right now. Before Amazon, I'll put it like this: when Kobe Bryant passed away earlier this year, I think Amazon's stock price was about like 1,800 something a share. As of this past Friday, the 17th, April 17th, Amazon's price for a share is like $2,370. Amazon's making a killing because everything is done online. All they gotta do is just have it shipped and delivered, you know. And so I think that when people realize that, hey, I can, if I can, and also if you look at Shopify is a business. It's an online platform business, but what they do is they build businesses. Like they help. If you open up a online business, let's say you sell jewelry and oils and butters and things like that. Um, you still need people to go to your order page and order the certain products and input their information, their credit card or debit card information has to be processed, all that type of stuff. Well, Shopify does that. They organize it in a very seamless, um, um, in a very seamless way. Um, and so they get tons of business from people that want to start up their own business because they provide that secure portal and organized portal for people to actually make the money. So that's what Shopify does. So Shopify is doing very well. Amazon is killing the game. Um, Netflix killing the game. Hulu killing the game. You know, um, all of these on, like, even if you look at like the movie theaters now, movie theaters highly dependent upon foot patronage. You have to walk into the movie theaters and sit down. And nah, Netflix, nope. I sit right down on the couch in my drawers, grab the remote, find what I want, press play. You know, same thing with Amazon Prime. Press play. So it's essential now that every American that's able to legally have some type of online store, the same way that you have an email address, the same way that the average American has an email address or a social media account, every American needs. The coronavirus pandemic proves that the average American needs to have some type of online business. That's what it's proving. If you can have an email, if you can have a social media account, you need a business. Because when they start cutting people's jobs, or they saying we're closing, we're on shelter in place, lockdown, nobody can be in the streets. No, these stores have to close unless you're an essential store. Think about the amount of barbers and beauticians. Excuse me, I'm throwing my spit. The amount of barbers and beauticians. Barbers and beauticians are highly dependent on the patronage of individuals that walk into their shop and get their hair done and their cosmetic needs met. But the city doesn't consider that essential, so that's got to close down. And you're not going anywhere in shelter in place. You can't give a cyber haircut. You can't get a cyber wash and set, you know. So everybody must, it's imperative, it's mandatory, that people think of something else. How can I monetize an idea? And if you think you found that idea, flesh it out, Um, make it smart, make it logical. Not something that's gonna, cause you to be overexerted. And go ahead and get that website popping and incorporate it. Um, get your LLC and just go with it. You just need to have that in your back pocket. So if you get laid off or something like this happens again, like Anthony Fauci from the NIH and them, they're saying we might have a second wave in the fall of this. Be prepared. So when this happens, you don't take that big of a hit because you still have some type of income coming in. So that's it. That's COVID Chronicles number 4. Um, and that is the establishing um, alternative sources of revenue for yourself in a digital age. All right, take care. Peace.